Hello and welcome to the Bad Movie Reviews channel. We've capped off 2022. If you've seen our recent video going through our favourites of the year, we'll be chatting about what we're looking forward to this year now, obviously being 2023. So our most anticipated films is quite a stacked year, I guess, for blockbusters. But even then, we've got a return of some pretty big directors as well. So I know we'll probably have, if you haven't watched our channel before, we probably have a vastly different list. I'm a little bit more into, I guess, some not weird films, but I guess more artistic as well is probably the right way to say it. But
I usually like basic dudes like just violence and gore and
porn.
Correct.
And well, we've done a similar thing to our best of the year. We've actually numbered them down to what we're sort of looking forward to most. But have you got, I guess, a few films you want to list that you're looking forward to that are coming out this year to let our audience know?
I'm not sure of all the ones that are coming out this year, so that's not going to help me on this list. I'm sure you'll refresh a few, and they might end up moving up or being part of honourable mentions. But I do have Super Mario Brothers in there. Mm-hmm. It's not my most anticipated one, but I feel
you're looking forward to it.
It could be just a good time, and I'm excited. You know, I love a good time in these films.
Probably more. I feel like your anticipation for it as well is similar to mine, where it's probably more like an interest, like intrigue as to what they're going to do.
Yeah, correct. And like none of my honourable mentions are in any order, but my top 10 are obviously. I got Wonka in there. I'm very excited for Wonka. That one probably only just slipped out of my number 10, but I'm not sure if it's just because I'm not like most anticipated for it. I think I know what I'm going to get, and it's going to be a good movie. Yeah. And so I'll just wait for that one to come around. We'll see how that goes. I got Shazam in there.
Fury 2. Yeah, Shazam 2.
Yep. The first one, in like all aspects, was not a great film, but it was enjoyable under every single aspect. Sorry, not a good film is probably not the right word.
No, it wasn't bad. It was enjoyable.
It was a great film. I really liked the character. He was pretty cool.
That's probably, for me, like more of an intrigue as to where they're going to go now that DC have kind of canned everything too. So I don't know if it's going to play into what they're doing in the future or what the go is there, but that'll be intriguing.
I got Indiana Jones in there.
Yeah. Yep. 5. Yeah.
5. It only wasn't going to make the top because of the previous film, which was obviously very good.
Has got a good director for this though. James Mangold, who's done Logan.
And it does look nice, the trailer.
So, it looked good.
And then I got Hunger Games, the prequel.
Yep.
In there. It's only an honourable mention because I only found out about it about 27 minutes ago from yourself when you mentioned it. So that one has been added in there because I've always loved it. So I love the Hunger Games. I need to watch the trailer.
The book is, I don't think a trailer's come out, but the book's really good. It's a prequel. It's a prequel.
I got Barbie in there.
In
honourable, not in my most anticipated, but probably only just got pushed out because I got a really random one in there, which you're not going to expect at all. But yeah, in my honourable mentions, I think there's only a few of them there because I'm not really knowledgeable on everything that's coming out.
No, that's fair. I've got a few. I have got Super Mario Bros in there as well. Similar thing. Don't know how it's going to go, but at the end of the day, big gaming fan, big Mario Bros fan.
Yep.
I've got Ferrari in there, which I'm keen for. It's a biopic about Enzo Ferrari. Adam Driver's playing Ferrari, and I do love me a good biopic, and I love my cars too.
I love Adam Driver.
I'm keen for that. I'm also keen for Maestro, which is a Bradley Cooper directed starred film now, which is his new one since Star is Born, where he plays a music composer.
Yeah.
So dealing with music again, but the cast is phenomenal, and I think, funnily enough, it links into the Tar cinematic universe, which Tar's another film that comes out soon because Maestro's the teacher who taught Tar. So
that's kind of cool.
That's interesting. Indiana Jones 5's in my honourable mentions as well. I have got Next Goal Wins, which is a Taika Waititi film.
Oh, good.
But he did obviously Love and Thunder, which I didn't like. But this one I'm all in for because it's got Michael Fassbender, Will Arnett. It's about a true story about a Samoan soccer team basically that lost like 31-0 famously in a FIFA match. So it's probably going to be like a really funny film, and I'm keen to see Michael Fassbender in a comedic role. Creed 3 in my honourable mentions. Super keen for that, to see what Michael B. Jordan does as well. I've also got The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which is the Hunger Games prequel, where it's obviously going. It's about the actual like the game. You know, the game host, like the Cornelius or whatever his name was, who hosted the games with Donald Sutherland played. It's about him when he was younger. I've got How Do You Live, which is a Japanese film directed by Hayao Miyazaki, which is his first film in like 15 years, who's done Spirited Away and all those kind of Grave of the Fireflies, like Studio Ghibli. He retired and he's come back to do a film, and it's the plot just sounds something like I'm in for. It just says it's about the psychological growth of a teenage boy through interactions with his friends and uncle. Like it sounds like a really just, drama basically. And to top off my honorable mentions, I've got Asteroid City, which is the Wes Anderson new film, which is about a stargazer who, if I go through the cast here, you've got Edward Norton, Margot Robbie, Tom Hanks, Scarlett Johansson, Steve Carell, Bryan Cranston. Like
there's pretty much no one in this film.
Phenomenal cast, and I do love me a Wes Anderson joint. So I'm all in for that. Those are my honorable mentions. Some ripper films there. What are your, I guess, 10 to 6?
10 to 6 again. All right.
If you want to, just go 10 to 6. Probably easier.
Yeah, we'll do 10 to 6. Yeah, coming in at number 10. Found out about this movie about 6 minutes ago, but I may have known about it previous to that. But Ghostbusters sequel. Didn't know.
Oh, to Afterlife. Okay.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed Afterlife.
I really enjoyed it. When I saw this, I was like,
didn't know they were making it. I didn't know they were making a sequel, to be fair.
Right. Didn't know they were making a sequel too, but then I saw it pop up and I was like, you know what, I loved that. And I'd love to see what they're going to go with next. So that one's in there at number 10. Number 9 is, it was a tough one to put in at number 9. It probably should have been higher, but Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 for me.
Yep, okay.
I thought the second one wasn't too bad, but I like the first one. The first one was really good. But this one seems like it's going to be like a lot more emotional. Like it's going to be really
you watch the trailer and
it feels like it's going to be home hitting. I have a feeling that this might end up being closer to the top by the time we review this towards the end of next year or this year. But it is sitting at number 9. Number 8, I've got Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
Okay. I didn't even have that in my honorable mentions. That's not in my top 10 to give you a spoiler. But I am excited. I've just never they've been good, but
I like the last
Ant-Man. Ant-Man and the Wasp, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That was good. Yep. I got Mission Impossible.
At number 6.
Number 6.
Yep, Dead Reckoning.
Look, I've loved every one they've made. And I think you've touched on in one of our reviews before too. He's one of the best when it comes to blockbusters, but the Mission Impossible movies nearly got better with every single movie that's happened. So
100%. And we also saw the behind the scenes little snippet before Way of Water as well about the
too.
And that just got me so fucking keen when that dun 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 kicked in. I was like, shit, yeah.
And that is my 10 to 6.
My 10 to 6 is a few films you've actually named, but number 10 is Napoleon, which is a biopic about Napoleon, which will be a historical epic, but it's Ridley Scott, who we've seen do Gladiator, awesome. And Joaquin Phoenix, who plays, obviously, Joker in the 2019 film, will be playing Napoleon. I love an historical epic, a film about Napoleon I haven't really ever seen before, and Ridley Scott manning it as well. He's not shied away. He also did, most recently, The Last Duel, which we both loved with Matt Damon and Adam Driver. Yeah. So super keen for that. That's my number 10. My number 9, also you haven't named, is The Killer, which is the brand new film by David Fincher, which is based on a graphic novel about an assassin who basically psychologically cracks and develops a conscience about like what he's done previously. It's a famous one, but yeah, it sounds like the premise sounds interesting. It's like an assassin who basically just goes, fuck, what have I done? But Michael Fassbender in that, obviously David Fincher doing, Social Network. Zodiac, he's not really made anything bad, so I'm all in on that. At 8, I've got Dead Reckoning, Mission Impossible.
Yep.
Not really much to top on what you've said. Super keen for that. Number 7, I have got Wonka. And that is because I eat anything up that Timothée Chalamet is in, but also the director, who I think his name's Paul King, has directed 2 of the best films of all time in Paddington 1 and Paddington 2. So... he's going to deliver something up good, and the fact that it's also a musical makes me super keen for some reason. I'm all in on it. That was my number 7. Number 6, I have got Guardians 3. That's my number 6. And the reason I've sort of named that without naming, I guess, Ant-Man is I feel like Guardians 1 and 2 are really just really, really quality films. And this, has been talked about the fact that it's the end of that trilogy and the end of the saga with those characters. So I am super intrigued to see where it goes. And that's why it kind of tops my, I guess, bottom 5 or 4 spot. So 5th spot. So going into your number 5.
Do you want to do 1 to 1 again?
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll make it easier.
Number 5, this is one that you're going to be like, excuse me? But number 5 for me is Doctor Who, the anniversary special that's coming out. They're technically classified as movies.
It's a TV movie.
Yeah, the ones that they do for Christmas in their specials are technically classified as movies, so it's only really stuck under the
I'm not
radar
going to argue. I haven't watched any Doctor Who, so I can't say it's...
Yeah, that's right. I said a bit of a weird one on your list for me. I'm anticipated for it every year, just the series in general. So, when they make these kind of movies, especially the big anniversary ones, they're normally like next level epic when it comes to their universe that they build. Like
fair enough.
End game kind of level.
Yeah, everything collabs in the end.
It's real cool. So that for me is sitting in at number 5.
Sure. Number 5 for me, you did name Barbie.
Barbie.
I'm super fucking keen for great cast, Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, but mainly like the trailer got me super keen. The fact that it was like a spoof on, we didn't do a reaction or anything, but the fact that it was a spoof on 2001: A Space Odyssey, I was like, this is a pisser. But the fact that Greta Gerwig is directing it, she's directed 2 of my favorite films of the years they've come out in with Lady Bird and Little Women, which I don't know if you've actually seen or not, but super talented director. The fact that she's got the money to do a film like Barbie, and I know for a fact it's not going to be like some basic money-making film. It's probably going to be something super artistic about, the body goals of women that Barbie's created. It'll probably be very on the nose, and I'm super keen. All the boys will be there to watch it opening day, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
On to number 4. What are you?
On to number 4 is Transformers: Rise of the Beast for me.
Okay, yeah.
I watched that trailer, and for me, it brought back like the first movie vibes, like the excitement I had for it, and like the style, the artistic style, and the cinematography looked fantastic in the trailer that we saw. The CGI looked like it had improved. It always needs work, but it looks like it's improved, and I'm sure they might refine that closer to its proper release anyway. But
it'd be still going.
Yeah, look, sign me up.
I am super keen. It didn't make my list, but I am genuinely keen for it. My number 4 is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which we've done a trailer reaction for. Absolutely loved the first one. Super keen to see what they do with the second. I know it's hope from the trailer it looks like it's hitting the triple Bs. Obviously, it looks bigger, it looks bolder. Whether it's better, that's something we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it just didn't top the rest of the films that I'm keen to see, purely just because it's directors returning that I'm super keen for, and that's mainly the reason they've reached the top 3. Is whether
that's fair.
I know more about Spider-Verse than they're probably the top 3, but.
Yep, cool. Well, coming in at number 3 for the reasons it was number 4 for you was Spider-Man.
Spider-Verse, okay.
Yeah, definitely keen. It definitely looks bigger. It definitely looks bolder. It definitely looks a lot more in detail. We'll see if it's better yet to come, but I won't touch on it anymore because it looks exciting.
That's fair.
What's your number 3? What slipped in?
Mine is Killers of the Flower Moon, which you probably have. It is the latest film from Martin Scorsese, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Starring Leonardo DiCaprio, where he plays a murderer with basically like 20 plus different personalities. So in terms of like performance, that's why I'm like Scorsese. Anything that he's done, one of the best directors of all time. But the fact that I'm going to be able to see Leonardo DiCaprio pull in a role where he's doing like a split kind of thing of like 20 different personalities, count me the fuck in.
I completely forgot about that movie, to be honest. That actually
there's been a lot of talk about like it for like 5+ years, but it is a Netflix film because I think they're the ones who've given him money, and poor boy am I keen.
That'll be up there in my anticipated now that I've now remembered that.
The fact that it's coming out this year,
No, that's good. Where are we up to? 2?
Number 2, second most anticipated of the year.
So my second most anticipated movie of the year. If you've watched any of our reviews or my most popular of 2022, most favourite or whatever we just did, you'll know that I love gore and I love violence and I love everything in between. So number 2 for me is John Wick.
Oh, yeah.
Number 4.
That's surprising, the fact that I'm going to have number 2 and it's not going to be on your list at all, and you'll probably sit there shocked that you forgot about it.
Probably.
Yeah.
What is it?
No, that's fair. John Wick 4. I am keen for it. I just felt like the only reason I haven't included in my list is I eat them up and I love them every time they come out. I just feel like they've been doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, but they do it great.
Yeah, they do it great.
Lasagna is great. I have it more than once. It's fantastic.
Yeah, but if you have it over and over, yeah. Actually, well, I mean, I can't argue. Yeah. All right, smart ass. My number 2,
Yep.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, look, I actually did think of that, and it's not up there for me.
Yeah, right.
You know why?
Christopher Nolan returning. It is a genuinely phenomenal cast. You've got Florence Pugh, love of my life, Cillian Murphy back. But
So you love Florence Pugh.
the fact that you get Nolan back, obviously the dealing of the creation of the atomic bomb. I don't know what else to say about the fact that I'll be there day one in IMAX to watch it.
Yeah.
Like we saw the trailer for before Avatar: Way of Water as well, like the premiere of that, and it just looked that good.
I agree, it looked fantastic. For me, I'm indifferent. I'm neither anticipated or not. It's just like
you probably sitting there knowing it'll be
number
fantastic.
1, but
yeah, you'll watch it and it'll be top 5 of the year, but
Yeah.
you're not like sitting there being like, "Fuck, I want to know what
like I
happens."
want to watch
Like
that
Ant-Man or
tomorrow. Like I
something.
need to
Yeah.
watch that tomorrow. Unlike the movie that for me is at number 1, which I wish I could watch tomorrow. But I'm sure it has a later release date, as they always do, all the good ones. It is Dune Part 2. I soak up Dune content, whether it be game,
Sure.
movie, book. I've got the comic book version of it now, and
The
graphic novel
fan-made
version.
porn. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's worth every subscription. Yeah, look, you talk about Timothée Chalamet and that he could, pretty much do nothing in a movie and he'd still be the best actor out there.
He's got two in my top 10 because Dune Part 2 is also my number 1.
Yeah, it'd be rude if it wasn't. Like he's
Well,
just,
we obviously haven't reviewed it. Our channel's only existed for 6-7 months now, but it was my number 1 of 2019 when it came out, I think.
probably same. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that we get to see a review, like return of Denis Villeneuve, made some of my favourite films of all time. I'm sure he's made yours as well with Blade Runner 2049.
Blade Runner was pretty good.
They've also added Florence Pugh to the cast as well.
Well, look,
And Austin Butler, who played Elvis, who plays Feud. And I think, Austin Butler playing the villain, basically.
exciting because I know what's coming, obviously, because
I know what's coming, and I'm
really excited. Sign me up.
I don't want to say much more apart from the fact that the world building in the first one was just so fucking good. It's not even funny. And the second one coming out this year, I'm more just as excited to see Zendaya get a more prominent part as well, which I think she's an underrated actress.
I agree, yeah.
For anyone, if you've seen her in Spider-Man, it's one thing, but her role in Euphoria, where she plays, a teenager in high school addicted to drugs, it's
relatable.
you get to see that different, more dramatic side of her, and I think seeing her more in this, super keen. Other than that, it sounds like a phenomenal year for movies.
Yeah,
and it's been a great year last year as well, which we've just covered. If you haven't watched it, go watch our 2022 review, I could say. Other than that, we'll cap it off there, and we'll come back to this channel if you want to listen to the reviews of these films that we're excited for, because we may be excited for it and it may turn out garbage.
Can't wait.
Other than that, comment below. Let us know what your most anticipated films of the year are, and we'll catch you later.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.